Aside from sex, what do you consider to be cheating in a romantic relationship? Being on Tinder, just looking for friends. Buying someone else an expensive necklace for Christmas while I only get a Joni Mitchell CD. In high school, a guy I dated got me a bag of Doritos for Christmas. He got another girl a Beatles t-shirt, her favorite band, and a necklace. I wasn't surprised a few weeks later when he ended up cheating on me with her. Fuck you, Miguel. This is my line of thinking. Would you do insert interactions with someone if your so was present and saw you two do it? If you would not, it's probably cheating, or at least something akin to it. When they want to play house rules in Monopoly, but switch to following the manual rules when they aren't winning. Emotional cheating, placing someone else in that romantic role, or prioritizing them over a romantic partner. My metric is basically, would it be weird to do this with for a casual acquaintance, vs a romantic partner? So it's normal to go out to the pub once a week with a friend. It's not normal to go out for a candlelit dinner once a week with a friend. It's normal to stay up all night talking to a friend when some horrible tragedy has befallen them. It's not normal to stay up all night talking to a friend every night, like a besotted teenager. It's normal to hug your friends or give them a casual peck on the cheek. It's not normal to cuddle with them or kiss them in a sensual manner, leaking couple secrets out, spending couple moments with someone else. Not exactly cheating, but when my girlfriend referred to me as a friend when meeting people, she had good intentions and just wanted to make new friends. But after many of her friends wanted to smash, she became sad that that's all guys want to do. I had to explain to her how they all think she's basically single, and to be open about her relationship so that guys only interested in dating will not pursue her, or will at least make their intentions clear before she commits a lot of time to building the friendships. Since then, there's been less awkward situations, and we have both met lots of people that have proven to be great friends for years. Edit. I have been getting a lot of replies I didn't expect. My girlfriend and I have been dating for over 5 years, and this happened towards the start of our relationship. Like all of our problems, a simple adult conversation was enough to explain how this made me feel, and she apologized and changed the way she introduces me. Sexually explicit text messages. Also, sharing nude photos and/or planning a secret non-innocent meetup. Edited to add the obvious. Yes, guys, I know meeting friends for lunch isn't a bad thing. Eating my fucking leftovers after I go to sleep, so I wake up in the morning with that blissful anticipation that comes before eating a good meal. And then I open the fridge, and it's fucking gone, and I think that maybe I just moved it. I never did. And I look around the entire fridge, moving expired milk and half-empty egg cartons in the hope that maybe I'm just missing it, but I turn around, and the container is in the fucking trash. Basically, sexual cheating in my book. Literally married a guy who listed this as a reason he broke up with his former girlfriend. Then he ate my restaurant leftovers because there was nothing else. Oh, you mean the giant Tupperware container of mac and cheese in the middle of the top shelf doesn't count? Learned to spice all of my food heavily because he had GERD. Fuck you, fridge thief. Make your own food. An emotional affair. To me, that might even be worse than a sexual one. My ex cheated on me with another guy. I thought something might be going on, so I directly confronted both of them. They swore up and down they were just friends. They had no romantic interest in each other. The guy even shook my hand and told me to relax, promised me nothing was happening. The sad thing is, if she had come clean and not lied, I would have tried to work through it. It wasn't the cheating on me that put the nails in the coffin of our marriage. It was the lying and sneaking around behind my back. That fact she would look me in the eye and lie straight to my face. That let me know our marriage of 22 years was over. Getting drunk and sleeping with someone once I could easily forgive. But not that. Deliberately lying stone cold sober showed me she had absolutely no respect for me as a person. My ex posted a picture of her in her underwear to a band fan page for the Thursday after we had a conversation where I said I'm not comfortable with her doing that, and she called me controlling. She texted me drunk from a party complaining that the guy she was flirting with started talking to somebody else, and she felt rejected. But I need to understand because it's just validation, and she wouldn't have done anything with him. I considered both of those acts to be very borderline. To me, I'd be just as upset if my husband suddenly found a female friend who he trusted more than me, someone he'd go to with his worries or laugh with. If he chose to be with her and not me, that would upset me more than a one-night stand, because I'd lose my best friend, the best friend I've ever had. Watching movies or TV shows by yourself that you promised you would watch together. I think it's fair if you've been planning on watching it together for a certain amount of time and run out the clock on it. I would say if the relationship is going dead and you grab a bite to eat with that coworker just to get your smile going, get that feeling of butterflies in your stomach, etc. Even if you never do a single thing physical, it still seems wrong to me. Any romantic intimacy, you think oral or hand stuff or even kissing isn't cheating? You're a fucking idiot. Don't bother trying to nitpick or justify. Cheating is cheating. People who cheat are shit. I'd be unbelievably pissed if I caught my girlfriend giving someone else a job. She says she doesn't like doing it. So if she felt it was okay to do it to another person, that would ruin my already insecure mind. Saying negative things about your significant other to a member of the opposite sex, or same sex, depending on your orientation. I can't count the number of times a woman has complained about their husband to me. A few times I have even asked them, how do you think your husband would react if he were here right now? Agree. When married men complain about their wives to me, I always defend the wife even though I know nothing about the situation, just to send the message. Nope, not going there. I'm single and I don't feel it's appropriate. Sexting, kissing, other contact that's intended to be romantic or sexual, going on dates with someone else. And they have to be actual dates, not just hanging out with friends, telling someone else romantically, I love you, I want to be with you, if X wasn't in the way, etc. Telling someone you're single when you aren't. And there's no other circumstances like didn't want to tell my grandma because she's judgmental. Using someone as an emotional support when you keep things from your partner. Like you won't talk about your issues at all with your partner, but you tell everything to your best friend. Not like you talk to both your partner and best friend. Being attracted to other people and acting on that attraction, this only counts though if the other person doesn't know about it and consent to it. Open marriages, polyamorous relationships, things like that are totally fine because both partners know about it and agree on it. Any alienation of affection and deception to hide or cover it up, seeking or sharing emotional connection with another that one would normally share with your spouse or partner. Example, telling your wife you will be at work when instead playing golf with your secretary. Deceit, breach of trust. Sex is not required for such actions to be cheating. Call me old-fashioned, but a serious lack of monogamy. If you're constantly ogling and flirting with other people, you're showing that you're rather not a monogamous person, or that you're just settling for your current partner, while still keeping your options open for someone better. Both you and your partner deserve to be in relationships where both of you feel little to no desire to be with anyone else, because if you're not, then why are you even in that relationship? Don't accept invitations by someone of the opposite sex, even co-workers, to go out to dinners, lunch, or meet up for drinks if you can't invite your spouse or honestly tell them about it. Depends on the people for sure. When I started seeing my girlfriend, one thing I told her immediately is that I have a lot of female friends. I'm used to going out to lunch with them or grabbing drinks with them alone. But that if that were a problem, I'd understand. She said that would be ridiculous and to keep doing that. She actually said she loves the fact that I have lots of girlfriends, so I obviously tell her every time I hang out with a friend, but she doesn't even question it. In my opinion, it's a big question of how the person goes about it. My current girlfriend travels interstate to spend a week sleeping at the house of one of her guy friends from school and hanging out with a bunch of other mixed guy and girlfriends. They've known each other for years, and she dated pretty much every guy she knew except him, because she has zero interest in him. I've been down there with her myself and met all these people and said hi and stuff. She's also obsessed with me and gets in trouble from her friends for constantly trying to message me when she's with them because she wants attention. I know weeks ahead of time when it's going to happen. I know the people. She's known them for ages, and all round it's very above the board. I've got no problems with it, even though she's literally living alone with another guy at his house for a week. My ex was a fucking mess. He had a crush on a co-worker while dating me. She would insist on going out with him more often than I got to see her. And I was told I should be grateful she didn't just leave in the middle of our dates as soon as he mentioned he was free. I got no notice of it. I just messaged to see if she was free to chat, and a few hours later would get told she was at his place with his friends. She refused to let me meet them or come with her because they'd be uncomfortable meeting me. She'd known the guy for a few months and everyone had noticed her interest in him. I trust that she didn't get physical with him. I know her well enough to believe that, but even just going to hang out and play games with all his friends, the behavior around it was just unacceptable in my opinion. Even if you're as open as can be to your partner hanging out with friends of the opposite sex, if your partner isn't open and honest about things too, there'll be problems. It certainly felt like I was being cheated on, even if I don't believe anything physical happened. When you lie and sneak around behind your partner's back to do something, whether it's innocence or not, it's breaching trust and just isn't cool. showering other girls with compliments and calling them beautiful and sexy while completely forgetting to do so for me. Unless I make a comment about my body, I'm pretty self-conscious about myself to the point I compare myself to any other female. Having a partner not occasionally call me pretty, but is willing to call any other female he knows sexy is pretty damaging. As mentioned before, an emotional affair. I once dated a woman who always put her guy friend ahead of me. Whenever went shopping for something, he always came first. When she heard a song, she thought about him. 2-hour-long conversations on the phone at night, and I wasn't allowed in the room when they happened. The guy's girlfriend wasn't too pleased about the situation either. Eventually we broke up, and I'm happier for that. Deliberately hiding the fact that you're still seeing your ex every day, then fucking him right before breaking up with me, Brenda. Any phone sex, texting, or love letters, I have no problem with a spouse. Meeting an old friend for a meal or coffee, or even going to some event, as long as it stays platonic. History: hubby met up with his old high school girlfriend, who he hadn't seen in 30 years. They had dinner and shared the driving to an alumni function I couldn't go to. She was happily married. It was actually amusing, seeing them together, reminiscing their dumb young love shenanigans. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel.